Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. As we dive right into another match preview, I gotta say, these are match previews now that I'm looking forward to, man. I feel somewhat alive now, man. It's been 2 years, guys, it's been 2 years, man. We've been in the trenches, but we're not in the trenches as of now, are we? United. Talking about United, I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow. Aston Villa versus United kicking off at the same time as Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. So we will definitely be keeping an eye on that scoreline and going, has John Duran scored another one? Duran, listen, if there's a day and a time where I want you to absolutely smash the net in, it's tomorrow. Yeah, I'm waiting. So that's tomorrow. But we're not talking about United and Aston Villa. We're going to talk Chelsea against Nottingham Forest. And I want to start off on one point. It is the return of Callum Hudson-Odoi. Well, it's not that big of a deal, but I hope he's well. Basically, that's it. And I hope he doesn't play so well tomorrow. That's the most important thing. But I hope he gets a good reception because it's funny. I came across a clip earlier on of when Ballack came back to Chelsea with Bayer Leverkusen, if you remember, in the days of AVB. If I'm not mistaken, I reviewed that game. It was probably one of my first flipping reviews, right, on YouTube that I ever did on my old channel. And I'm sure I reviewed that game because it was a Champions League and I did that Champions League and I was constantly on AVB's case until we got rid of him. So I'm pretty sure. Ballack was when he was the one who came back. And when he got subbed off, playing for Bayer Leverkusen, the entire stadium on their feet, clapping and, just a massive show of thanks. I've always said this, when Chelsea players do what they got to do, Chelsea fans will receive them with open arms and show them all the love. And if Chelsea fans, the Chelsea faithful that rock up week in, week out, are not showing love to a certain player that used to play for us, or anybody for that matter, it means they've done something wrong at some point. That's absolutely inevitable. So Hudson-Odoi, he hasn't done anything wrong. I've got nothing bad to say about Hudson-Odoi. So I hope he gets a good reception tomorrow. It'll be good to see what he's like, what he's going to be playing like tomorrow. But like I said, I hope he gets locked down. Because Chelsea, look, I said it before the start of this home run. I said at the end of this, we need to make sure that we have this home run nailed on, just like we have the away form nailed on. And I put the 4 games out there in terms of Barrow, in terms of West Ham. Who did we play? Brighton, obviously, who we played our last game that we won 4-2, and Brighton. Those are the 4. Tomorrow's the 4th. I'm telling you, 2 years of struggle has got my brain fried. But Barrow, Brighton, Ghent, Nottingham Forest, right? Those are games that, for me, we have to win all of them in order to get Stamford Bridge calm down in terms of any tension, Stamford Bridge increasing in terms of atmosphere, and confidence in the players increasing, and everyone around the club increasing. And we're starting to feel that. Now, so much so that someone actually made a fake post on social media saying that Maresca won Manager of the Month. That is a troll that I would love to happily see any day of the week, right? No problem. The trolls is when you get given something negative, right? And you're like, oh my God, we're getting mocked. Someone actually went out their way to make it look like Maresca won Manager of the Month. And I believed it. Everyone would be like, people were putting posts up going, oh, congrats, Maresca, fantastic. The vote hasn't even finished. So that's just to let you know. Go to the Premier League website and vote for Maresca to be Manager of the Month if you haven't done so already. But if we win all 4 games, which we can do if we beat Forest tomorrow, for me, that is honestly the beginning of a run, a proper run. Why? Because We would have, if we beat Forest tomorrow, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row, 6 wins in a row, 7, and 8. Yeah, we would have lost 1 game in 8. That's when we lost to Servette. And that was just stupid. I don't know how that happened. But prior to that, we beat Wolves 6-2 as well. And we did beat Servette at home. And we lost to City. That was our first game. So far, it's been a very commanding season. So far. It's still early days, right? We have to keep our feet on the ground. But game by game, and I say this, and why did I say that the confidence needs to increase, the form needs to start, we need to get into a rhythm because, and this counts even tomorrow, we must win tomorrow. Why? Because our next game after this is Liverpool away. Anfield. Liverpool on the 20th at Anfield. And then we've got Panathinaikos. And then we've got Newcastle at home. And then we've got Newcastle away. And then we've got Man United. And then we got Noah. And then we got Arsenal. It's not easy. You need to go into these games with form. If you want to really stand a chance and get the opposition to be a bit scared of you, a bit like, oh my God, nah, they're a little bit... Psychologically, it helps. We get every little that helps, right? So this is why tomorrow is key. Now, Nottingham Forest, as of right now, in terms of the Premier League table, they are sitting in 11th. So they're ahead of Manchester United. I had to. But they're sitting in 11th. They've had up and downs, right? Not blockbuster, but not rubbish overall. And if we look at their form and if we look at their games that they've had, well, their last game they lost to Fulham at home. They drew 2-2 to Brighton, who we destroyed. They did beat Liverpool, though. That's where I'm thinking Nottingham Forest, they do have something about them, right? You don't just beat Liverpool like for fun or like a mistake. So there's something there, but we've just got to make sure we control them when we put them on the back foot. Yeah, we need to make sure that we're piling as much pressure as we can on them and just make it ruthless. And we're at home. They should come to the bridge and honestly be feeling at least a little bit of doubt. Do you know what I mean? Has to be done. So hopefully that's the case. Now, in terms of Chelsea, no one's injured, according to Maresca, except Reece James. Now, like I've said, I'm waiting for Reece James to come back, right, and play. Because there's been a couple of rumours that he's in very good shape. And the only reason why he's not back yet is because Chelsea are seriously taking their time with him. Like, they want to make sure, like, the next time you step on a football pitch, mate, you've got to go onto that pitch like you have never played top flight football before and you've never been injured, right? You're basically making your debut all over again, yeah? That's what they're doing. They are being ultra patient with him. They do not want any risk whatsoever that he'll have an injury. So they're taking their time. But apparently he's in really good shape. That's the word on the street, by the way. That's word on the street. But we'll see. Apart from him, everyone is fit and ready to go. So I think team selection is really easy. And it's been a while since I've been able to say that. I can't lie. It's been a very long time since I've been able to say that. And again, credit to Maresca and credit to the team. They're performing. And we legit have a starting 11, a first 11. We've got the subs that we know are subs. And we've got a B team that play cup competitions. And we all know what it is now. And that's key. That's what Maresca needed to do. And he's done that. And he's done it this early. I've got to be honest. I wasn't expecting it this soon. You know, managers need to find their 11. And that was one criticism that Poch had to endure throughout his entire time. And many pundits were saying, like, he still doesn't know his 11. And it's true. We didn't really know what the hell our proper starting 11 was, right? Only up until the end of the season where we started to pick up form and we thought, okay, maybe we're starting to get an idea. But then he got sacked. Maresca, he's done it in 6 games. Maybe less. Because we beat Brighton. We beat, like, West Ham. The West Ham game was the game where we went, okay, I think we know what we're doing. That, like I said, it was a breakthrough game. So, credit to Maresca, because he's done his job. He's done his job here. So let's get into the starting 11. I'm just going to show you off the screen, because you guys know it. I know it. We all know what the starting 11 is going to be, so here it is. Right. There you go. It's on screen for you. I don't need to say anything else. It picks itself. I know there's going to be one position. There's some people, some, and I understand it. Don't worry. I understand it, right? This guy. Yeah? Yeah. Madueke. I know. I hear you. Let me address it. Because I know some people are going to say, no, I want Pedro Neto. And I'll have Pedro Neto too. I'm not against that, right? How am I going to do this? There we are. Sancho, though, he picks himself. So he's in the team. So Pedro Neto won't be playing on the left, that's for sure. However, Madueke, look, I said this in the Conference League review. Madueke, you're in a bit of a pickle here. You're in a bit of trouble. You have to start playing unselfishly. Yeah? And when you have options and your teammates are screaming for it because they're open, you give it. And as long as you do that, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Because everything else Madueke brings to the table, I quite like. Yeah? And what he's been doing is actually really impactful stuff. But going in alone, trying to be the hero, when you've got better options, and then you fluff it. Now, if you're Cristiano Ronaldo, and you're like, I'm not passing because I've got this, hold my beer, and I put it top bins 9 times out of 10, I'll shut my mouth. But that's not quite the case. So I'm giving an opportunity here to Madueke. I'll pick Madueke for tomorrow. I'll go, listen, everything that you've done so far is actually pretty good, but stop being selfish. And if you do, you keep your place. Because at that point, you can have a legit debate as to who's better between him and Pedro Neto at the moment. But if he does one more selfish thing, I swear, this will change. And Pedro Neto will be my starting 11 from now on. It will change. I see one more selfish act from him, it's over. You're on the bench. For me, if I was Maresca, I'd be like, no, you're done. You're on the bench. Pedro Neto, you're playing now. We've got the depth. We've got the cards to play if we want to. This will keep all the players on their toes. You know, you're replaceable. Everyone's replaceable here. So you got to make sure you're in form and you got to make sure you're on the top of your game, because if not, you'll be replaced. It's okay. We've got other players there waiting. Look at our bench. It's fine. I'm actually quite happy I'm able to say that, to be honest. So that's that. So apart from that, look, everything else picks itself. That defence is self-explanatory. Hope to see good chemistry and look, not chemistry. I hope to see a good performance, right? I don't see any fumbling between Sanchez and Fofana, right? Especially Sanchez. Listen, just I know if Maresca wants us to be able to play like passes that the opposition will just not be able to control. They're the hardest ones to pull off, and that's where we're making our mistakes. So if that's going to improve, then fair enough, but go for the safe option and let the defence work it out from the back. Don't be the goalkeeper to cause all the trouble and give it away. Just don't. Do you know what I mean? So I hope the defenders are on point and they don't make any errors. Gusto, Cucurella, self-explanatory, especially Cucurella is playing fantastic at the moment. Enzo Caicedo with Palmer in front. Self-explanatory right now, especially Palmer. We don't even need to talk about Palmer. I mean, what a player. Sancho on the left. We've spoken Madueke. And Jackson up front. Now, Jackson, I want to mention this. This is important, yeah? Because this is the consistency I'm talking about now. He was banging goals, right? And the last game where he didn't bang in goals and we won 4-2, and I mentioned it, he came off the pitch, peed off with himself, and you could read it. He was angry. And great, that's what I want. I'm happy that he reacted that way. I'm happy that he wasn't happy with himself. Because like I said, as a striker, when you have a game that you've dominated and all your teammates around you that aren't even strikers have got goals and you haven't, it stings, right? On an individual level, it does sting. And I know that's what he was feeling. I have said that if he goes one game without scoring, but he contributes, that's fine, that's normal. I'm not expecting him to score every game. But he didn't score against Brighton. So tomorrow we need Jackson on the score sheet. Jackson, I need you to score tomorrow. Yeah? And if he does, fantastic. Because that's the form that a striker needs to have. It's not score in one game and then go 3 games without scoring. No. That's the top strikers don't do that. So tomorrow, I'm waiting for Jackson to score. And if he does, I'm going to be jumping up and down. But tomorrow, I'm hoping Jackson scores. He has to. So And I think he knows that he has to. That reaction when he came off against Brighton was exactly what I would have wanted to see. So I hope he does put in the goods tomorrow and we see a performance from him and we get a goal. At least, if he gets more, then bloody hell, fantastic. But that's my starting 11. Let me know if you disagree or agree in the comment section below. But that is my starting 11. And if we go to prediction time. I normally get these right now, don't I? I feel the pressure is on. I'm going to go Chelsea 3, Nottingham Forest 1. Again, I'm saying 1 just because I do think Nottingham Forest are all right. They're not rubbish. So probably a goal. God forbid it's Hudson-Odoi. If it is, no celebrating. But 3-1 win Chelsea tomorrow. So, let me know yours in the comments below. Much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will be here after the game once it's all said and done for the post-match review. So, I'll see you then. Have a good one, people. Look after yourselves. Take care, and peace.